What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have the brand new LEGO Star Wars 75324 Dark Trooper Attack, aka Dark Trooper Battle Pack. I can't believe I stumbled on this set 5 days early, courtesy of my brother actually finding it at Walmart. I was planning on going out today and going hunting for it, which would have been fun, but he actually went out before I even woke up and grabbed one, so that is awesome, and thanks to him for pulling that in. This set's going to retail for about $30 US and contains 166 parts, which is kind of low for that price point. Like, I don't think it's a bad deal exactly. We'll get into that a little bit more later, but realistically, I think it's still worth the value there. I really like this brand new box art they're doing here, just because I've probably gotten kind of sick of the one they've been using for the past 3 years. But like, it's really got this nice darker theme and the cool characters and stuff in the corner, so this is looking really nice here. Taking a look at the side, we've got that nice little picture of Luke Skywalker in the elevator there. I cannot wait to have all the sets from this wave and put them side by side and look at all the side box arts next to each other. That's going to be super cool. And taking a look at the back here, it kind of just shows off some of the play features and stuff, which is always nice to see. I do find it interesting how in the corner of the box art, how we've got Mando and Grogu in the corner there. And he's sitting in this pram, right? And that technically doesn't even come in any LEGO set. Like, we have the advent calendar that has the Christmas themed one, which you can easily enough like substitute 2 or 3 of the parts from the red to that tan and have it. But yeah, it's kind of weird that they're marketing with something that doesn't even technically exist or isn't available for sale. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. But as much as I love this box, it is time to set these pieces free. So you'll see we have like these thumb tabs here instead of the tape. I kind of would prefer the tape just for convenience, plus I don't like to destroy the box art, but you're always kind of like busting it open there. So here's a question, let me know down in the comments how you guys open these. Like, when I've always had these push tabs, I would always like slide my finger alongside here and open it up like this, but I have yet to see anyone else do it that way, so I'm starting to think that I've been committing a war crime for the past like 15 years or whatever. And you're just supposed to like open it from this end and like yoink down this side here and just open it like that and dump it out. So let me know how you guys open these push tab boxes, because I'm very interested to see how it's supposed to be done. So it looks like we've got the 2 bags here. Quite a few stickers here for a $30 set actually, so love it or hate it, you got that. And then you've got this pretty typically sized instruction manual, so yeah, let me get this built up, and then we will delve right into it. All built up here, we're going to take a look at the figs real quick, starting off with Luke here. Really great Luke Skywalker here, actually. Very surprised how much I like this one. Like, I wasn't too excited when I first heard about this a couple months ago, but really cool with this brand new torso printing, like with the Jedi robes and stuff, so not quite the same as you see with like his last appearances we've made from the Return of the Jedi or whatever. Using this newer hood piece, which I wasn't originally a fan of, but I think it looks pretty decent here actually. It's pretty cool. He's got nice leg printing. You'll see some back printing, even though it's kind of unnecessary because he has the cape over it. I do find it kind of interesting to see them using like the 2-hold cape instead of the 1-hold that we saw in like the Marvel CMF series last year. Definitely it's like the silkier type here, but I was like I just thought this was going to be like the new normal that we're going to keep seeing from now on, but I'm glad to see them back to this 2-hole one, because I feel like with the 2-hole one, like it kind of has to fold over to clip on, so that forces it to hang down, versus like the 1-hole one. I find it often like trying to ride up like this, just because the only thing pushing it down is gravity, versus the other one has sort of the fold in there. The next one, and technically last one, I guess, would be the Dark Trooper here, because all 3 of these guys are exactly the same. And they're the same as the ones you see in the Moff Gideon's light cruiser from last year too, which is great because there's really no need to update the design, because they pretty much hit it head on right there. So again, you've got the same nice leg printing and stuff. You've got back printing. Kind of has this chest plate here to make it look beefier, like you'll see on figures like Wrecker and Paz Vizsla and stuff. So it's like the same mold, even though it's a different print and stuff. Underneath the helmet, you'll see that he's kind of got like the same face print. It's sort of like a dumbed down version of the helmet, so if you didn't have it, it still kind of looks like the helmet print there. And the helmet, it kind of is a throwback to like 2002 through 2007 era clones You can kind of see like it's got the holes in the helmet, and you're actually looking through those at the head underneath to give the eyes the red color. So that's pretty cool. I really liked that. You'll see in the torso printing, all these areas that are kind of like white or light gray or whatever are technically supposed to just be like gaps, and it's supposed to be more like of a droid-shaped figure, because the actual Dark Trooper isn't exactly shaped like a regular person. So it kind of gets the job done, I guess. Like if you sort of blur your eyes almost and just look at it, you can kind of be like, alright, that sort of looks like it's that shape. But overall, I almost wish they just did like a regular, I guess, a special droid mold or something like Super Battle Droids did and stuff, so it could look more accurate like the droid there. But overall, I still think it's a pretty solid fig there, and I'm glad to have him. I believe in the actual episode there were 32, because they had 4 rows of 8, so if you wanted to get that many of these, you'd have to buy 11 of these, or like 10, plus the one from the cruiser, plus one more from Bricklink or something. So I don't necessarily recommend that unless you're going all out, because you're talking $300 or something right there. Even if you get them on sale, you're still going to be spending a whole lot. So I'd probably hold off on that, or at the very least, I believe there were 10 of these left by the time Luke actually got in and started cutting them up, so that's more realistic. I think I would like to have about 5 of these or so, but like what I'm going to do, I would definitely recommend waiting until they go on sale at like Walmart and Target. They'll probably be available for like $24 or something, plus sometimes you can find like another deal. Like, you can really cut down a bit on your spending if you're buying these in bulk, so I would definitely recommend waiting a few months until those drop before you start bulking up an army building with those. The instructions are instructions. They show you how to build the thing. So there's that. Just kind of flipping through them. It's pretty much what you'd typically expect. They do have, new to the 2022 wave, like this little progress bar. So like as you flip through those, you'll see the little minifigure kind of moves along to show how far along you are in the set. So it's kind of nifty. I think it's unnecessary. It doesn't really do much for me personally, but if you think that's cool, then that is nifty. Another thing they have new to the 2022 line of instructions is like at the last page of the build, when it's finished, they kind of have like this stars and stuff and this explosion type of thing or whatever you would want to call that. Kind of like, yay, good job, you built the thing, good for you. So again, if you think that's cool, nifty, I think it's almost kind of like cringe, like almost like, maybe if you're like 8 or something, that's awesome, but for me, it's like, okay, that's kind of an unnecessary picture there, kind of a waste of space, but whatever. Doesn't really detract from the experience, I guess. In the back, it does show off the new lineup of sets, like you've got some Mandalorian stuff from last year. Kind of weird how like they have this set here, and they have it again on the other page in the upper left corner. Plus, it's the set that you just did the instructions for, so it's sort of odd to double advertise on top of the fact you literally already have it. And now taking a look at the build here, you'll see it's a pretty decent sized like vignette type of thing. I think it's really cool. I like how at the base it's like very textured, like you have a lot of smooth stuff. So it's easy to like kind of pitch these troopers at angles or whatever, so it's great for playability. Plus it just looks nicer, adding like depth and texture and stuff, so it's not just like a base plate with studs and stuff. It kind of has a different feel to it. The doorway in the back here, because I believe in the episode there was like an actual hallway running through on that side, so technically if you wanted to buy like multiples and put them next to each other and like develop that would be pretty cool. Like when I have 5 of these or whatever, I plan on using the pieces and kind of messing around with that and kind of build like a labyrinth or something, so that is definitely fun. I do think it has a very versatile set of pieces here. Like if you try to build mocks or whatever with extra pieces, like the 501st Battle Pack, a lot of them were like smaller pieces and clips and hinges and stuff, whereas this, it's a lot of like actual bricks and tiles and plates that you can really get some use out of and really build something actual out of it. So I think that's just good as a parts collection set. A lot of stickers on here. Do make sure you're getting those nice and square. Particularly the one up here. Like you want to try to make sure they're as close as possible so you don't have like a huge gap in the middle there. Same for the back of the elevator behind Luke. Like you want to try to get those 2 stickers as close to each other as possible so you're not seeing a gap in there. Taking a look at the play features here, you've got Luke in the elevator, which he can spin. Some people think that he can't spin in there with the lightsaber, but you really just have to poise it right. So a couple of things you want to make sure you do. Make sure you stand him on those back studs, not the front ones, because otherwise his cape will get caught while you're spinning. And then if you can see how I have his hand, like, upside down, so he's holding the lightsaber the illegal way, if you want to call it that, but that kind of has it tighter to his body, and then you have to angle it so it's sort of centered towards the middle bulge of the circle. So that way when you spin it, it's not going to catch on the edge, and he can just spin freely. So yes, it is possible to have him in there with his lightsaber and not get caught on things. You just have to make sure you do those correct. The next feature we have here is this little spinning disc on the side, so you can have Luke like swinging around and chopping up troopers or whatever. So it's kind of nifty. Another cool feature is this here sliding thing. So you can have Luke like using the Force to just push him back or whatever. You can have him pull him forward like into his lightsaber and stab him, which is cool. You can have like another minifigure placed on the back here and then just like pull it back and slam him, or I guess knock him off too. You can like have them throw them into each other, so I think that is really awesome, and just you can have creative uses for whatever you want to do with that. Overall, I think this is a great set. Definitely recommend adding to your collection. It's great for the play features. It is not bad by any means for display. It's great for the parts. Great figures. The only questionable thing is the value for 166 parts for $30 US. Again, with the 4 minifigures, like a lot of times in these $30 sets, you're only seeing 3, like in Luke's Land Speeder, Obi-Wan's hut, the Mandalorian Forge, and so on. Stuff like that, you'd see 3 figures, and this one has 4. Plus, arguably, those Dark Troopers are worth a lot more, just because, for one, they were rare and selling for a lot, but also because they have like the custom molded helmet, the chest plate and stuff, and really great printing. So I think for that, it's definitely worth it to me. M&R Productions did a video, or like one of his vlogs, where he weighed on a scale this set and other $30 sets, and they all came up very close in actual physical weight. So as far as the actual physical product and plastic and the size of the pieces you're getting, it's really not that bad of a deal, since like look at the 501st, 230 or whatever pieces, but so many of them are just little 1x1s or clips and really small things, whereas this, you've got some actual substantial bricks and stuff. So for that, I think it is worth the money for sure. I would definitely recommend waiting if you're going to bulk up on these. Like maybe buy one right away at $30. There's nothing wrong with that. And then wait like 4 or 5 or 6 months or however long before you can find them on sale, and then start bulking up, which is what I'm going to do. Like I said, I plan on owning like 5 of these. So I'm going to wait and buy those when those are cheaper. Plus, I want everyone to get their hands on them. Like, I don't like to just army build right off the bat while people are still trying to get these and they're out of stock. Like, I want to at least wait for everyone to get their hands on them to be fully restocked and stuff, and then just go clear out the shelves or whatever I want to do with that. Overall, as far as a rating, I'm not a big fan of like the stars or out of 10 scales, just because it's stupid. It's just a relative thing. Like, everyone has their own definition of what 9 out of 10 means or whatever, but that being said, I'd probably give it like a 9.5 out of 10 or something, because this is just about perfect as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I definitely recommend getting that set. If you liked the review, leave a like and definitely subscribe. We are on the road to 5 subscribers. Maybe someday I'll even hit it big and have 10, or dare I say 15. So definitely hop on the bandwagon while it's still taking off. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.